Welcome, friends and fans, to another episode of GalaxyCon Live, where we are bringing the convention experience directly to you. And today, we will be visiting the world of Boku no Hero Academia with 6 members of the English language cast of My Hero Academia, and now's the time for all of you in our chat room to begin typing in your questions for them. Immediately after this session, you will have the opportunity to talk to our guests directly through our private chat options, as well as purchase autographs or personalized video recordings, all of which are available now at GalaxyCon.com. So without further ado, let's bring them out. First, he is an actor whose credits include Dragon Ball Super, Yuri on Ice, and Black Clover. Today he joins us to talk about giving the voice to Deku. Please welcome Justin Briner.
Hi, everyone. Hey, GalaxyCon, what's up?
Not much, young man. How have you been doing?
I've been hanging in there, thank you. How about yourself?
I'm in Orlando, and Florida's a hot zone, so Yay me!
Okay.
That's okay. We just put on our mouse ears and pretend everything is fine.
Perfect.
Our next guest is voice actor known for roles in Dr. Stone, Dragon Ball Super, and Black Clover. Today, he's here to talk to us about Sir Nighteye. Please welcome Brandon McInnis.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. Just hanging out here in Texas. Nice and hot.
Yeah. Everything okay in your part of the world?
It's fine. Yeah, I think we're a hotspot too. So,
Well, Florida, Texas, we're connected at the kidney, I call it. Our next guest, she is one of our favorite actresses here at GalaxyCon, whose roles include Black Butler, Soul Eater, and Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Today, she is here as the voice of Froppy. Please welcome the always lovely Monica Rial.
Hey, everybody! Hi, guys! Hi, Betty!
Hey! How are you doing, my dear?
I'm doing well. I mean, as well as we can be during all of this kind of insanity. But other than that, Texas.
I'll take it. I think you guys have less humidity in us, so you have my envy in that regard.
Yeah, I think we do. Although it is still HOT with a capital H.
I will not dispute that. Our next guest is an actor and director whose work includes One Piece, Bamboo, and Borderlands. Today he's here to talk about the character of Mezo Shogi. Please welcome Ian Sinclair.
What's up, everybody? How's it going?
Hey.
And how are you today, sir?
I'm good. This is my first one of these streams, so I'm actually really excited.
I know. I'm so glad to finally meet you. I've heard great things about it. And anybody with, you got the classic Jim Lee X-Men behind you. Is that just a cover reproduction, or is that the actual issue?
No, this is an autographed Jim Lee that I've had in my collection for years and years, and this is a Mike Choi original that I was given years and years ago as a gift.
You, sir, are a man of culture, and you are always welcome back. Our next guest, he is an actor, scriptwriter, and ADR director whose body of work includes One Piece, Attack on Titan, Black Butler. He is the co-host of the Ghoul Intentions podcast, and I always love sitting and chatting with him about Doctor Who. We'll do that in some other panels someday. But today he joins us as the voice of Tenya Iida. Please welcome the always entertaining J. Michael Tatum.
Hello! Hi, everyone. It's so nice to see you all. Oh, my gosh. You can see I'm reporting from my space capsule somewhere in orbit over the
I know. When this started, you really went all out on that, didn't you?
I had my panic room all ready for this pandemic.
When this is all over, are you going to paint a TARDIS cover on the front of that?
Oh, maybe. It's not bigger on the inside, though.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. And finally, our last guest is a veteran voice actor for roles include Lupin the Third, Full Metal Alchemist, and an adorable, obscure anime called Dragon Ball. Today, though, he joins us as the voice of All Might. Please welcome Chris Sabat.
Hi! What's up? How's it going?
Not much, bro. How you been?
Good. I'm sorry. I feel like I messed up the whole order. It was like a beautiful panel of 6, and now, oh, wait, hold on. Now you put it at the bottom.
Now, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Everybody's where it should be. I'm at my place at the bottom. It's all good. I'm the cousin Oliver in this, so it's all good.
Good to see you virtually, my friend.
Always. So I'm glad to see everyone as well. And for myself and GalaxyCon, we miss you all. We miss having you on our stages, and we miss getting you in front of your fans. And we look forward to the day when the world gets a little bit back to normal.
Yes.
But in the meantime, though, we are so happy to have you here on the GalaxyCon virtual stage. talking about, and I know some of you heard me give this speech before, but I'm just going to say it again. My Hero is really remarkable in the geek world because it's making anime fans into comic book fans and making comic book fans into anime fans. And before, we were kind of polite neighbors, really. Yeah, there was some iteration, but fandoms tended to be in con culture in their own path. And this show is really breaking that down. So thank you as a comic fan and an anime fan. Thank you for being creative ambassadors into these worlds. So
You're welcome. It was the least I could do.
yeah. Well, it always comes back to you. Yeah. All right, for our audience, what I'd like to know is, I've asked you a lot of questions about this before, but let's just go off with this. What's been the most fun about being a part of this particular franchise?
Ooh, there's so much. I mean,
I know.
I think for me, what's been really cool is watching, for Dragon Ball, we get a lot of families that come through the lines and stuff. But with My Hero, it's taken it to a different level. So I know that I love going to the conventions and watching people come through the autograph line because you'll have these dudes that are like ripped and like, I love Dragon Ball. And then the next person is like a 5-year-old girl in a Froppy cosplay that comes up to me and is like, oh, I'm going to do my impression. And I'm like, oh my God. So there's so much good about it. It's such a beautiful show and such a beautiful group of characters, Yeah.
And the fans, I think one of my favorite things about it is just the fan interactions. I mean, we've all been in shows that have, massive fan bases before, but I think I've never encountered one that's just so across the board, just kind to each other, to us, to everybody. It's like if there's like a moral to the story, it's that I guess watching I feel like the fan base for My Hero is really taking the lessons of that show to heart because they do their best to try to do right by the characters they look up to. And it's just really nice to see. You don't get that opportunity very often.
Yeah, it's so true. They're smart people too. I like that. Like, it's weird that every anime kind of has its cult, and My Hero Academia has a very kind of wide range. But what I love about the fans too is that My Hero Academia has a lot of like hope and spirit to it, and I think that's kind of what a lot of the fans have too. They're all like so hopeful and appreciative of things. I mean, I love all different fandoms, but there's a huge difference between that and like I'm trying to think of some of the other, like some of the darker animes. People come up and they make me scared sometimes. But everyone, I just want to hug all the My Hero Academia fans in a polite way, of course.
I've seen so many like kids cosplaying for My Hero, like and of all ages. Monica, you were talking about like families of being united with shows, and I've seen a lot of like Airy cosplayers, like little itty bitty Airy cosplayers, like with their family all cosplaying together, and that's one of my favorite things to see. It's adorable.
Nice. Ian or Justin, chime in.
That's what you were talking comic books, anime. I'm gonna go with that.
You're okay. What does anyone cheat and read the manga?
Yeah.
Why do we have to call that cheating?
Research.
Do any of you do advanced research? I know some of your peers just when they get the script and they go on in, they do it, and other people have gone ahead.
Colleen told me to read all of the manga after my first session.
Okay.
She was like, I didn't know who or what I was doing when I went, and I assumed it was a bit part. And she was like, nope, here's your character. You should do some research. Just read all of the manga. Okay. So that was something I was told to do.
That's because Colleen didn't have the heart to tell you what happened to your character. She was just passing the buck.
I see.
I have friends that keep me updated that do read the manga that will let me know if something serious is coming along, but I don't want to know too much usually, because sometimes with anime, like there are shows like Fairy Tail that stick very close to the manga, but then there are others where the manga just goes.
Yeah,
true.
Yeah.
So I don't want to get excited about something that's in the manga that might not happen in the anime, if that makes sense.
No,
Those are breaking.
Yeah. We have a friend that reads it religiously, and so I'll often ask him. I'm like, does Iida show up in this issue? No. Okay, cool. I don't care.
Fair enough. And those of you who sat with me before, I always ask this question because the audience will ask it anyway. For those who don't know it, if you could pick your own quirk, what would it be?
Teleportation.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. Monica.
Healing factor.
What did you say?
Healing factor. Like I'm gonna go below Deadpool so I don't get all the blah blah blah, but like above, maybe around Wolverine.
Oh well, yeah, Wolverine level. Yeah, that works. That totally works.
I think I want my quirk to be, I mean, it changes every time this question is asked, but like now, in light of the world we're living in, I want the quirk to like put a mask on everybody I see.
Yeah. Since I know that's not possible in Texas, because nobody seems to care here, I just want to have the quirk of, I just want to have the quirk of HEPA filtration, I think. Like just like really antiviral filtration. When I breathe, it makes the air cleaner. So.
See, this we could all team up and actually go places. If we've got filtration, I can teleport us. We don't have to get on an airplane. I mean, like,
I'm fine because I've got healing factor. So,
yeah. All right.
I'm going to show up. With
Justin,
so someone has to socially distancing quirk.
Say chic. I would want to repel ultraviolet rays or radiation because there's this whole like green expanse I can see out from my window most days that I can't go into. It seems very beautiful.
Strange alien landscape.
Yeah. The outside.
It's so nice to just be able to walk out there once in a while.
Nice. I think my favorite one among your peers, I think Josh. I think he always said is he wants to be able to insert a USB drive perfectly every time.
Oh, I mean that's good.
That's a great quirk until the next technological push, and then it's obsolete.
Yeah, exactly. Then
someone 20 years ago was like, "I want to never be able to scratch a CD." That was their quirk. Now they're like, "Wow, I wasted that way."
Yeah, if you were
A-Track Man has a couple opinions on this one.
A-Track Man just wanted to be able to rewind.
That was his power. He could rewind, and now
the LP guy ekes out a living restoring old LPs. But yeah,
I love how many people are bound to be watching this, going, "What are they talking about?
What's an 8-track?"
That's okay. It's when they ask what a CD is. That's when I'm ready to tap out.
Or what Napster was. Oh man.
Oh.
I told me they didn't know who Michael Jackson was.
Oh. That's probably for the best.
There are people. Yeah.
I'll tell you about Michael Jackson when you get older. When you get older. All right, you with us, Tatum? Okay, all right, deep breath. All right. Our producer says we got some questions from the audience. Good to go. So I'll go ahead and ask for the first one to roll out from Micah. Are there any pre-recording rituals you all do to get into character?
Oh, that's a good question. I constantly warm up because you just have to. That's just one of the things as a voice actor. You need to make sure you're warmed up. But for Tsuyu specifically, because her voice is in such a strange place, I spend a lot of time in the car singing like this on the way to the studio, or just sitting there going, ribbit, 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 ribbit. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And then I go in and do the voice for Colleen, and if she laughs and goes, ah, then I know that's the right voice. What about y'all? What do you guys do?
Go on. Sorry. No, after you.
Is this in general or for these specific characters?
Your choice. You decide.
I mean, in general, right now, it's right before I do any voice work, I run around and turn off a bunch of fans and AC and hope that nobody's mowing the lawn next door. That's my current ritual.
Yep.
I think before I get into character for Iida, which is not really a far cry for me, but when I used to drive to the studio, remember when we used to do that, guys?
Driving.
Drive to the studio, I would just like.
What's a studio?
Yeah.
What's the driving?
I just yell at people that are breaking rules. So like I'll drive by and be like, that dog should be on a leash or whatever. But I do that anyway, so I don't know. Maybe my whole
Wear a mask.
Yeah, wear a mask.
Yeah.
Mask.
Do that, but with the windows rolled down so that they can actually hear you next time.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Gosh, now I feel like I'll go running or do something to get the blood pumping because I don't, move around as much. Before I'd walk everywhere, and I feel like my voice would be a little more warmed up, so I could warm up in 5 minutes, but it takes longer now for me to warm up. So if I go running, it's back to that 5 minute warm up. Otherwise, it's like a good 10, 15 minutes for these chords to get ready to work.
Yeah.
But for Nighteye specifically, I think about taxes. To get into character.
That's right. They're actually due in a couple of days, aren't they?
No, that can't be right.
They are.
No.
Oh, sorry. I'll be right back. Yeah.
I don't know. I did mine early.
Yeah.
You did yours early?
Yeah. It's true to character, I guess.
You.
What's
right
that?
there.
What are taxes?
Oh no.
You should know. You live there. You live in Texas.
Bye, babe. I'm out.
You live in Texas. I live in Florida. You all in Texas.
That's good.
Oh, that's an old Marx Brothers. That's
Dude, Patty, I know you're at home somewhere, but I keep wanting to believe that you're still at the last convention that we saw you at. Like you're still standing on stage, like you never left. You refused to leave. You're like, Tad, you gotta go.
Any questions? Any questions? Any final questions?
Like anytime
you're just talking to a blank, like an empty audience.
Empty room.
And anytime like the techs try to take that sign down, you swat them away.
It's
not over yet.
I've learned if you hang around for too long, they will eventually ask you to start tear down. So
Oh no.
which I'm glad to do. I'm glad to do. But walking through the rooms like, yeah. But no, I'm in my room, and my room looks like a TV studio. Threw up in it with all the lights and the equipment and everything else that he said. But like I'm sure there's a room somewhere in your dwelling right now full of tablets and microphones and the whole 9 yards. So yeah. Yep.
Yeah, what the audience may not know is that Brandon and I are in the same house, and I'm literally behind the door behind him.
He's right there.
Dude, go stick your hand out of the door.
Yeah.
I just want to say it.
He doesn't do it. I don't know why. It hurts my brain.
Whoa! You broke the internet.
Mind blown.
We have to.
Damn. No, wait. Do it again. I want to take a screen cap.
We have to practice social distancing, you guys.
6 feet. 6 feet. And we're like 16.
How's that working? Never mind. Micah, thank you. Great question. Great question. What do we have next? From Rachan. How would each of your characters react to this pandemic?
My dude wears a mask already, so.
You're set.
That.
I think
lucky.
you would probably hibernate until it's over. You can see your friends again.
He's like, I am over here.
Iida would just go around like passing out masks and making people wear them.
Yes, he would.
And like shoving them apart if they're closer than 6 feet. And he'd be doing it like really, really fast. So there'd be like a crowd of people that's suddenly like, 2 miles in diameter because Iida just went through and like separated all of them.
You're like, Nighteye would install maybe a decontamination like chamber. There's a sliding door and then another sliding door. That'd just be a decontamination chamber. And then just a lot of DoorDash.
Deku's probably probably Izuku's going through all the All Might comics, All Might video games, All Might audio dramas, just to sort of see if there's any detail that hasn't been picked up on yet for the forums.
Would he be like the moderator of like the All Might subreddit?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But he knows All Might now, so he literally can just call him. Like he could just call All Might.
Yeah, but...
He just All Might be like, "Oh God, another call from Midoriya."
Look what they're saying about you.
Yeah, exactly. He'd be the character's advocate. No, I know All Might. He's totally not like that.
Someone said you were a jerk, so I banned him.
I watched that web series.
Ryan, thank you. What do we have next? From Anna. If your character was in Avatar: The Last Airbender, what element would you bend?
Arms?
Air?
I'm an old lady. I have not seen Avatar: The Last Airbender, so I'm gonna just pick an element. How about fire? Fire.
Yeah, I was gonna go with fire because Iida produces it out of his exhaust anyway, so it'd just be ready hand for him to like bend and use as a weapon. So why not? Why not?
And as for Marines, if we're gonna Black Clover it, we are fire people. So
Right. Yeah.
Oh, I should have done that.
All Might would be a hair bender, I think. Or a hair vendor, actually. Keep my hair, please.
All Might, the last hair vendor. Love it.
Airbender. Just make sure you always have like a fan effect on your hair. Just Beyonce's an airbender, y'all.
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely, 100%. Like I've read it online.
Anna, thank you for that one. What's next? From Bella. What song do you think is the most fitting for your character? And she loves y'all.
Thank you, Bella. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with "It's Not Easy Being Green."
Oh.
I mean, I feel with Kermit. I don't know why.
I think for Tenya the song would have to be Yakety Sax. That one. That's kind of perfect for him.
I didn't know the name of that song until just now. Thank you for that.
Oh, you didn't know? Yeah, it's called Yakety Sax.
Yakety Sax, yeah.
You're welcome.
I had no idea. Yeah, that's news to me too, Mike. We're all learning things here today.
It's an educational panel.
What about the rest of you guys? Oh, there's a lot of thought happening.
This may mean nothing to anyone, but there is a song that was popular for a little bit because of the music video where it's a guy in like a faded guy in a cowboy hat screaming like in the distance in the mountains, atonally. Like
Yes.
I said, yes, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to go with that.
Ooh, I'm gonna go with Ace of Base, The Sign. I Saw the Sign. Anyone know that song? Anyone?
Okay.
Throwback?
All right.
Nice.
Because
Good choice.
foresight.
Smart.
You
really thought about your answer.
I Googled.
All Might would just listen to the Superman soundtrack on repeat or something like that.
But tell me,
he doesn't listen to a
like,
lot of music.
The disco version. Can it be the disco version?
Yeah. Sure.
Thank you.
The K-Tel version or whatever.
There's a disco version of the Superman theme?
I don't know, but they're
okay.
I guarantee you.
I think we've just spoken it into existence.
All right, yeah, fair enough. So let it be written, so let it be done. Ian, you got any ideas?
I don't know, but he listens to a lot of Dion for. He's
right on. Bella.
Demogorgon. Yeah, go on.
Bella, thank you for that one. What do we have next? And from Unlockheart, what sort of hobbies have you been investing in during the quarantine?
I'll tell you, I became the person I never thought I could be, and that is a movie watcher.
Me too.
For so long, I denied
Monica?
my truth as a movie watcher. But I've sat down, I've watched a few movies, and it wasn't horrible for me.
Are you more of a TV guy or just not your scene?
I've been burned before by movies, right? They're too long or something. So I set it aside. I thought I'd just put that part of my life aside. Until now. I've been watching scary movies. I've been watching funny movies. I've been watching movies over 2 hours long once.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is that Disco Superman happening in the
Is that the Disco Superman? Chris, did you find it? Yes!
Sorry.
Da, 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 da.
I really wanted to be accidentally butt dialing someone and for that to be their ringtone. I've been doing something in quarantine that I hadn't done in a very long time. I've been composing music for the first time in like 25 years.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Yeah, it's kind of, so I'm just making the most of it. But yeah, it's kind of good to getting back. It's all instrumental stuff. Like I'm writing pseudo soundtrack music, I guess. But
Cool.
Haven't tried disco yet. That might be my next.
It sounds really good. I've got
a song right here if you want to hear it. Never mind.
Are you doing soundtrack stuff? So I guess Justin will never hear it.
No, he's turned a new leaf.
Someday I might.
He will now.
He might now. Yeah.
I've been getting back into studying Japanese. That's my thing. Yeah, I used to live in Tokyo and worked as an interpreter, and then when I came back, I was like, I don't want to study this anymore. And then you forget a lot very quickly, when you don't use the language. So I've got my books here.
Nice.
I picked up the hobby of trying to keep my business afloat. That's something, and I've picked up this hobby of actually trying to make a single dollar this year. So that's been fun.
Right.
I've been talking to my kids, which is like something I haven't tried before, and that they respond really well to that. It's really weird.
Wow.
They love it. They love it. Oh, I can't wait for this pandemic to be over, though. So.
Dad, what do you do for a living?
I don't even know.
I'm still on the panel. Shut up. Eat your Lunchable.
All right, Disco Superman.
Disco Superman. Oh my god, yes.
I've just been taking my cooking game has gone to a new level because I still have yet to since the first day of quarantine we have prepared every meal that we've eaten since then, and so that's been an insane change, and my cooking game has gone crazy. But once I got kind of normalized with that, I was talking to Brandon about this earlier. I've been modding Skyrim VR on the PC, and it's been the most fun thing in the world because when you can't leave your house, at least you can put yourself into a world of giant trees and flowers and just kind of sit out there and go, oh, there's an elk. Oh, there's a wolf. That's neat.
A lake.
Dude, you can make it do vocal commands. You can do all your spells with your voice. It's the coolest thing ever. You can just be like,
dragon shouts?
Yes, and the shouts. Not just the shouts. All dialogue and all spells, sir. Sorry. So yeah,
Thanks, Ian.
I'm gonna get on this. I got it right here. Got my vibe right here.
You're gonna be hearing like "Conjure Frame Atrack" out of the other room for.
Yeah, excellent.
I'll be sure to mention this in the Christmas card I send you this year, Ian. Thank you.
You in like 2 weeks, I'm gonna find out you stole it and you've been in there as this wizard.
Gonna totally do it. Conjure grand piano.
I don't even know how to turn the VR headset on.
This will be the one that teaches you. There's
Gotta
a
start
part.
somewhere.
Voice commands. It's the future.
Yes. Yeah.
Hey, a reminder to our audience, if you'd like to chat with our guests like I am now, or purchase an autograph or a personalized recorded message, please sign up now at GalaxyCon.com. And I will thank you, Unlock Heart, for that question, and ask Jude to roll us another one. From Daniel, if My Hero Academia could do a crossover with any other property, which one would you like to see and why?
Attack on Titan. It was too easy. It was right there. Sorry. Go on.
That'd be such a sad show.
They would do well, though. Like, it's not like they're putting
It would do really well, or-
Attack on Titan. These are people with powers.
Or they would all die in the first 3 episodes.
No.
I don't know.
You'd
I
run
feel
around
like-
them, and you'd hit them, and you'd hit them, and you'd talk about them, and you'd
But I
lick them.
feel-
And
but
I
I
would
feel to
do
be-
something in the background without
But
talking.
I feel, to be fair, the Titans would have to have powers too, and then so would anybody's guess. Like, it's a gamble. I don't know, but I would watch it.
I'm a tasty frog. Like, I would be gone.
No,
And All Might would be super huge and mostly fleshy and naked. So that would be awkward.
Where's the problem here?
No, I kind of want to. Now I want to see the episode where they eat Monica's character, the Titans, and they get high. And then they realize, guys, we got it. They're all incapacitated now. We just have to eat Froppy.
Like, please let me die.
This is horrible.
So Froppy has the new job of being like given to the Titans, that like they'll spit her back up, and then they'll be okay, go to the other one. She's like, does every single one of them have to eat me? Yes, sorry.
That's why they run that way. That's why.
Then at the end, they find out all they had to do was liquor.
I want to see.
Don't lick toads.
No.
No, kids, don't lick toads.
Don't lick toads.
I want to see the My Hero Iron Chef crossover. That's what I want to see.
His hair, one of them is like, ew.
It's like all of us are like, waiter, there's a hair in my soup.
Ian, you were in that show, weren't you? You were the lead in that show. Like, what was that one called? What was the
Toriko? No, Iron Chef is a real.
I know, but I'm saying like Toriko is the crossover between Iron Chef and My Hero Academia.
He's right. Toriko.
Thing.
Ask your granddad. He didn't watch it either.
I really like to see the My Hero, because we have all the merch that's coming out with My Hero and Sanrio. I'd really love to see a show where the characters actually get to interact. I think that'd be cute. I'm a girl.
No problem. I'd like to see My Hero crossover with Avatar just to make you embarrassed.
Yeah, I would have no idea. We're bending there. Yeah.
Who else has a crossover?
Justin, do you have one?
I don't know, like Better Call Saul. Just to see. I don't know. They could get up to something.
Oh my god, that'd be so awesome.
Sir Nighteye would. I think that would work very well. Sir Nighteye, it'd be great.
Tenya would be a big customer though, because he seems pretty high on speed a lot. So.
We find out it's just a lot of like yerba mate. He's just drinking really highly caffeinated teas all the time.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Saul's brother would still be alive, and it wouldn't be electronics. It would be just anybody with superpowers that would mess him up. You don't have powers, do you? Keep away from me.
Oh my god.
Did you have one?
Huh?
He's staring into space. Or is he frozen?
Who's staring? Who's staring? Ian?
Christopher.
Chris?
Me? Oh, I don't watch a lot of TV. I haven't actually turned my TV on in a month. I have not been watching a whole lot. So
you should be
sorry.
watching.
It's like we trained.
Yeah, I should be watching.
I'm kind of crazy about like there's a new Netflix series. It's a rehash of Unsolved Mysteries, which was one of my favorite shows to watch as a kid because it used to scare the bejesus out of me. And it's good, like it's really good. But I'm gonna make a weird choice and say I kind of want to see like the cast of My Hero Academia like hosting Unsolved Mysteries, like, and they each get an episode where they're like doing their own thing. I think just add a little game show quality to Unsolved Mysteries. I think that's the element it was always lacking.
I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind seeing the characters in a Hollywood Squares match game kind of setting.
That'd be fun.
We were talking about that before we started this panel. Actually, when we were in the waiting room for this panel, we were like, we should do an anime like Hollywood Squares. We're only missing 2 boxes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ding. Oh, well, you know, well, maybe we'll talk. All right, Daniel.
Hey.
Great question. Thank you so much for that. Let's roll another one from Joey. What Disney movie would your character be in?
I mean, the Princess and the Frog.
That was an easy one.
Kind of writes itself.
I don't know. Let's see.
Think about it.
I want to be that guy and choose something incredibly obscure that no one remembers, like the cat from outer space.
Hey, I remember the cat from outer space.
See, okay, one person. Like the look on Monica's face is priceless. Yes, there's a live-action Disney movie from like the 60s, 70s, whatever, and I think they remade it like 10 years ago, and no one saw it then either. But it's a live action about a cat from outer space.
Yeah,
he comes in his own little flying saucer, and he has a little bright collar that he talks through. It like lights up when he talks. So yeah,
and don't forget, starring McLean Stevenson.
Yes. It's a weird.
A lot of those old Disney movies, though, while they may be charming to watch later for some people, do not, as a person who has children, do not work on current children at all. Like, if I want to annoy my kids, I'll go, all right, what are we watching on Disney Plus? I go, how about That Darn Cat? And they're like, oh God, no, please. How about the Apple Dumpling Gang or whatever? Like, please don't. Dad, can we watch anything else?
The 3 Lives of Thomasina.
Oh God, the Shaggy DA.
I want to see
there were sequels to.
I want to see Sir Nighteye in High School Musical.
Oh,
yes. I just want to see that.
Is that Disney? I mean, I guess everything's Disney.
Yeah, technically that is. Well, I'll define this as Disney, and My High School Musical does count, but no cheating with Marvel.
Oh, well, hey, Star Wars. We could do Star Wars.
Shit, I should have said it.
There's also a disco version of the Star Wars theme, Chris.
Yeah, Shoji is the guy in the Count Dooku suit who does all the like Count Dooku like mocap. That's my answer to that thing.
All right.
Yeah.
I think you mean General Grievous, but we're gonna let that one slide.
Oh, it was Grievous!
Oh, snap.
Yeah, I'm not that big a Star Wars fan. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not either, by the way. I just happen to know that one fact, and so there's my one.
Well, that's because it's Christopher Lee is Dooku, right?
Yeah.
And you do not talk about Christopher Lee around Michael Tatum incorrectly. You don't. You don't. I know
it's a bad idea.
He's a man of taste.
Oh,
God, too much. Joey, thank you for that one. Let's roll another one. From Cocoa Puff. What character have you had the most fun acting?
I play this character All Might in a show called My Hero Academia. I really love that character. I've had a lot of fun playing him.
Cool.
He's really good.
I'm in the same show with Chris. I play a character named Tenya Iida. He's a lot of fun.
Oh yes, I know that character.
Yeah. We interact once. I think I'm in the background shot of one of your scenes.
Well, if you guys are in the same show, we should book a special panel, just the 2 of you together.
We're really hard. We're really hard to get though.
So meta.
I will say, okay, so it's not My Hero related, but I think one of the characters I've had the most fun playing in my career is Sir Hammerlock from Borderlands. Because he's so out there, and it's one of those voices where it's over the top that it gives you kind of permission to go there. And I love doing characters like that. And the fact that you're not working with pre-existing animation typically when you're working on a video game, so you get a little more freedom, and it's kind of fun to go back and watch and see how the animators animated to your performance. So yeah, that's definitely Hammerlock is one of my favorites.
I agree with that.
I'm gonna go with I did a video game called Missplosion Man a few years back, and Chris was actually in the session. That was the most fun session I have ever had because I went in thinking that they wanted me to be kind of a female version of Mr. Explosion Man. What was it? Explosion Man. Sunny. So, and he just made noises and stuff. So I went in there like prepared to like bring out all my crazy noises. And they're like, no, we want you to actually talk about like shoes, and we want you to like sing songs and stuff. I'm like, what? So it was me and this group of dudes like looking online for all the girliest stuff we could find.
Yes, we were. That actually, all the Twisted Pixel sessions were really fun. I was thinking of that too. I was like, no one's gonna know this game, but there was a game I did called Comic Jumper, and I think many of you guys were in that game too. It came out just as the end of like the Xbox 360. Like it basically was one of the last games on that console, and it was super fun. I get to play this play this dorky superhero that kind of sounded a little like Yamcha from Dragon Ball with just a super angry jerk on his chest. Like instead of an S, he had a star, and he was a real asshole. So I got to play both characters, which was fun.
Nice. Right on. Cool. Any other takers?
Gen in Dr. Stone, because he's ridiculous. He's very ridiculous.
I don't think Dr. Stone too. Sorry.
No. It's a fun show, right? Yeah. I don't think I've ever had a character that's used like my entire range before on like a pitch level. Like he's all over the place. It's just awesome. Crazy, but those are fun.
Cool.
I want to say Space Dandy, but like right up there with it is the narrator for how heavy are the dumbbells that you lift. Occasionally a director goes, dude, do whatever. And you go, oh, okay. And you see if you can make him regret it. And that was a true joy.
That is a good feeling, though. I was a narrator on Negima, and it was the same sort of way. It was just ridiculous. Like
I'm going to just try any opportunity, any character where you can say, look, I'm going to try something, and it's going to be the dumbest thing that you'll probably hear all day, but it might work. And they're like, yes, please do that more. And you're like, okay. And it works or it doesn't. But when you're still in an environment where you feel that you have that freedom, that's fun work. Like at the beginning, I said, I want to say Dandy, but like, though that was my most comedic and should have been my funniest, like that was the most laser focused. And sometimes funny isn't the most fun to do, but like sometimes you get to do whatever you want. Just go, and that's fun.
Yeah. Ian, what was that show that you and I looked right before the pandemic? But it was one of that show we were working on with, I think it was Anthony, who is, where we played father and son. It was a baseball show.
Bro, that was so much fun. What was that? The name of that show? It was so much fun.
It totally was.
Yeah.
You and I played this really awkward father and son, and the father did not like his son at all, and the son didn't really like the dad either, and they were both not likable in general.
Not the brightest people, but incredibly talented and good friends.
Yeah, I get it.
If anybody has seen Orgasmo, it's just me doing the grip from that movie. Check it out sometime if you're over 18.
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about. I got to use that guy in Borderlands too. Captain Trot, man.
I loved your Montana voice that you did in what was it, Battleborn?
Yes, that was my Warburton. I've gotten for Gearbox. I got to do my Warburton. In Borderlands, I got to do a Tommy Wiseau. I had to go away for like a month because he brought me in. He was like, "I'm having you do this Tommy and hear all the lines. Good luck." And that dude is Polish, by the way. I've researched him forever. Learn a Polish accent if you got to learn him. Man, he's got a hard accent.
Justin, did you have a favorite character?
It's hard to choose, but I think as far as fun goes, I'll go with Ginro from Dr. Stone. Just in recent memory, he's a blast. He's an idiot. He's self-serving. He's disruptive, and I love all of that.
Right on. Cocoa Puff, thank you for that. I think we have time for one more question, so I'll ask our producer to pull out a really good one for us. And this comes from Garyon. If your My Hero characters played video games, what games do you think they would play?
Sonic.
Yeah, that came to my mind too.
Probably.
Tetris.
I don't know. Would you want to play Tetris? Because you only get one life in that game.
Why? What does that mean? I don't get it. I'm not. I would play like Marvel Ultimate Alliance games and like Diablo stuff where I would have all 3 controllers in my hands, and so I would be my entire party at once.
Ooh,
So
snap.
good.
The one time it comes in handy, it's like, I gotta do that.
Nice.
What other?
I could see like fighting games, you know, something competitive, something geared toward superheroes and battles and moves. I see him fighting online and getting frustrated.
I could see All Might would probably play like Sim City or something like that. It's like, I will save this building. Like, I don't know, just get from here to here really fast.
Sim City, huh?
Oh, they're funny ones.
I like it. I don't play enough games, so for me, Frogger's
Nice.
Yeah, Frogger fits.
That's a good one.
Frog absolutely fits. Justin, for some reason I pictured Deku playing the original Street Fighter that was just the 2 plungers. I don't know why.
I mean, the classics, right?
Yeah. For some reason, I feel like he's got some in the basement somewhere. He's got the old, and one of the plungers doesn't work, you know.
Oh yeah. He's acquired like an old cabinet, right?
Yeah. I don't know why. Tatum, you got one?
Oh, Sonic the Hedgehog.
Sonic. Okay.
Yeah. Sonic.
Sonic, that definitely works. Right. Ryan, thank you for that. And GalaxyCon viewers, this has been my time with the cast of My Hero Academia, but that does not have to be yours. If you'd like to chat directly with our guests like I have today, purchase an autograph, or get a personalized recorded message, please head over to GalaxyCon.com. And while you're there, be sure to check out our schedule of upcoming events just like this one. Panelists, before we go, any final thoughts?
Oh gosh, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in. It was so good to see all my friends.
Yeah, this was fun.
Thank you.
But yeah, hopefully we can all get back out there soon and see each other in person.
I kind of would like to do one of these where everyone in the audience is in a window. And while I'm not talking, I can just scroll through and look at everybody. Like, you know, on the Zoom calls, like, what's that person doing? What's in person? I love Zoom calls where you can see everybody in their environment. It's so fun.
Yeah.
That's the thing I do miss the most is actually, you know, obviously I think all of us just miss seeing other people. And it's just, it feels so weird in a vacuum here. It's so nice to kind of get interactions with people and response when you're up on the panel. And yeah, you're touching me, Ian. I feel it. Thank you. That's good. You can stop. I need an adult. All right. How do you end this? Where's the stop button?
Gentlemen and lady, I miss you. I got so used to seeing you guys every 2 or 3 months, and now it's not. But again, I'm convinced we will come out through the other side on this. It's not going to be as quickly as we all want it to be, but I have faith and cautious optimism that we are definitely going to get there.
Yeah.
Wear a stupid mask, people. Wear them.
Wear a mask.
I don't care what your political beliefs are.
Absolutely. Gentlemen, lady, thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you to our audience. Thank you for all those great questions you sent in. And we hope to see you again tomorrow. We'll be joined by the guests from the Power Rangers and Smallville. Bye-bye, everyone. Take care. And please keep washing those hands.
Bye.
Bye.